Jabulon in Freemasonry, how to correctly perform this mysterious sign, and what exactly the triple tau symbol represents. The average Mason or member of other secret orders knows little of the signs and symbols of his own order, let alone that of others. It is very important to understand that almost all the symbols and signs of the elite are very ancient in origin, having deep mystery-religion connection. And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. Yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan, and the land was polluted with blood. The Blue Lodge Masons, encompassing the first 3 degrees of Masonry, are instructed that they are seeking the lost word or the lost name of God. It isn't until they reach the level of Royal Arch Masonry, 7th degree Yorkite, that they discover that the lost name of God wasn't lost after all. It's at this level that they learn the sacred name of Masonry's God. The greatest, but the most terrible moment in the life of a Mason. The 3 supreme officials of the lodge, with 3 separate keys, unlock the wooden box with the secret of secrets, and give him to read a slip of paper, upon which is written the name of the god whose follower he was Jabulon. The name Jabulon has 3 syllables, representing the composite god made up of 3 subordinate deities. The Masonic material identifies the 3 as Yah, or Yahweh, Baal, and Osiris. Logically, the name should be spelled Yahbalon, but Duncan's Masonic ritual and monitor admits that over the years the spelling has been corrupted by Freemasonry until it reached its current form. They find that the sacred name of the Masonic god is composed of 3 names representing the 3 identities of God. It is so sacred, it takes 3 Royal Arch Masons to be able to speak it. The 3 Masons grip hands high and low and chant, Jabulon, 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 Shahava. Interestingly, in the ritual drama, the 3 Masons deemed the pronouncing of Jabulon are said to have come from Babylon. So, we have a ritual in which 3 masters come from Babylon to instruct the canon on how to build the Royal Arch. Moreover, the 3 messengers from Babylon perform the canon of the true name of God, made that it lost for so long, as not Jesus and praised Jabulon. The fact, in fact, the monsters that and the other facets and activities pertaining to this worship. During the initiation into the 7th Royal Arch Mason, or 13th degree Scottish Rite, the candidate drinks wine from a human skull. By this monstrous act, he reinforces the fact that he has taken an oath, swearing to have his skull struck off, and his brains exposed to the scorching rays of a Median sun, should he ever divulge Masonic secrets. He goes on to demand that if he does divulge secrets, may all the sins of the dead person whose skull he is drinking from be heaped upon his candidate's head. In accepting the devil god Jabulon as the sacred name of God, the man rising to this level in Masonry or a similar sect becomes demon-possessed, full of the devil, prepared to do the most wicked and foul deeds possible for his hidden deity Baphomet, aka Lucifer, aka Satan, aka Jabulon. Now, the fatal ending in spiritual death sign that is taught for this degree is the one you will find men giving in the photographs in this video. Notably, only higher level initiates and adepts will typically be seen giving this evil sign, stamping them as disciples of Satan. The triple tau is the most significant symbol, or logo, of the Royal Arch Mason. It represents the Mason who has reached either the 7th degree of the York Rite or 13th degree of the Scottish Rite, as embodying within the attributes of the Godhead, or Holy Trinity, by blasphemously declaring himself to be the great I am that I am, thus identifying himself with Satan's promise in the garden, ye shall be as gods. Yet another proof of the deviltry of the Jabulon hoax is the symbol of the triple tau, which is the most important symbol of the Royal Arch degree. Made up of 3 interlinking tau symbols, T, these 3 are said to represent a triad of sacred, Jewish powers of king, priest, and prophet. This picture, which is shown here, is taken directly from Duncan's Masonic Ritual and Monitor, 3rd edition. It pictures the Royal Arch Mason performing the magical sign of the Master of the Second Veil, thrusting the hand into the bosom and again drawing it out. Equally blasphemous is that in the lecture on the 7th, or Royal Arch degree, of the York Rite, the Mason initiated is asked the question, are you a Royal Arch Mason? His answer is required to be, I am that I am. In other words, in this degree's ritual, the Mason has not only acknowledged that the devil, in the disguise of Jabulon, is his sacred lord, but he now is declaring that he, himself, a mere man, is the great I am. In other words, he is saying, I am God. Obviously, the Illuminati's Masonic elite do not want the general public to know these terrible things. After all, incredibly, Freemasonry's public image is that it is some kind of Christian group. So, the pretense must be maintained and the secrets buttoned up from the profane and vulgar masses. The name and identity of the hidden god must be concealed at all costs, and thus an appropriate hand sign has been devised to represent this grotesque cover-up, the sign of the hidden hand. The pictures and illustrations in this section give evidence of the importance the Illuminati minions give to the use of hands, either in handshakes and grips, or in various poses. This is zoomed-in, higher-quality picture of Abraham Lincoln visiting Union military camp. In this photo, Lincoln is not giving the sign. However, in some of his paintings, Lincoln is doing the exact opposite. Regrettably, America's first president, George Washington, exhibited this sign. More about his connections to Illuminati and its origins in this video. Soviet Union propaganda poster with communist dictator Joseph Stalin. The poster says, "Glory to the great Stalin." Lenin and Stalin at Gorky, just outside Moscow, September 1922. Stalin had images of his visit to show Lenin's supposed recovery. This pose was not among those published. After being shot in 1940s, the young man on the right has been edited out by Stalin's people. Stalin's reign of terror in the Soviet Union led to the deaths of millions of his own countrymen. Vladimir Lenin, Jewish Mason who led the communist overthrow of the Tsar in Russia, gives the hidden sign of the men who worship the god, Jabolin. Lenin and his cohorts established the Red Terror, the brutal massacre of tens of millions. Lenin standing with another Russian revolutionist, Leon Trotsky. Leon Trotsky was a Russian revolutionary, Marxist theorist, and Soviet politician. After the Bolsheviks took control of the Soviet government, Lenin ordered the formation of the Red Army and appointed Leon Trotsky its leader. Karl Marx, the Jewish radical who inspired Lenin and Trotsky with his communist theories, was secretly a high priest of Satan. See Richard Wurmbrand's book, Marx and Satan. Shown here in his official portrait, Marx is giving an enigmatic Masonic hand sign. In this photo seen giving the same sign again. We see where communists got their inspiration from. 3 red communist heroes who conspired to establish a Bolshevik dictatorship in Russia. Sergei Kirov, Mikhail Lewandowski, and Konstantin Mikonishin. These men saw to the purge, torture, and death of untold thousands before they, in turn, were wiped out by Stalin. Lewandowski, center, is displaying his Masonic hidden hand signal. Mikonishin, right, wears the Illuminati Virgin cap. 4 Gulag camp commandants. Note that all 4 are giving the secret sign of Freemasonry, just as did communism's founding father, the Jewish Mason, Karl Marx. Lloyd Shearer, right, with actor James Dean in the early 1950s, wrote the famous column, Walter Scott's Personality Parade in Parade magazine. USA President Teddy Roosevelt, seen reviewing the troops on board a Navy ship, is giving the secret sign of the followers of the god, Jabolin. The fabulously wealthy Salomon Rothschild, founder and overseer of the Vienna, Austria branch of the Rothschild clan. Left-handed path represents dark occultism of magic. Now we find yet another indication of Napoleon's secret society involvement. Wearing red, the color of Rothschild and blood, Napoleon signifies his left-hand path orientation. The symbology of the 3-towered church in the background of the painting, behind the curtain, signifies the boast that Napoleon, a political sovereign, is also lord over the spiritual realm. Napoleon was also reputed to be an illuminatus and an initiate into the greater mysteries, Areopagite degree. In this famous painting of Napoleon, the emperor is depicted using his right hand and giving